Welcome back. We're back down the plot. It's Tuesday. It's about lunchtime. I've managed to get down the plot. Had an early day. I've been away for a few days. Went to Poland for 3 days, long weekend. Back to work yesterday. Couldn't get down here after work. It's now Tuesday, and yeah, desperate to see how things are going on. And by the looks of it, we've got some sowings that have broken ground, so I'll spin you around and we'll have a look. Well, it would appear our beetroot is coming up. However, I cannot distinguish at the minute our swede to our weeds. I think that's a swede because I've got similar going up a consistent line, but I've also got a lot of other bits. I mean, obviously the compost I made, and it was made with weeds after weeds after weeds, is loaded. If you look at all the little green, it is absolutely loaded. So it's making it hard at the moment to distinguish what is swede and what is weed. I mean, the beetroot has got a nice red stalk, and there's a very consistent line of the beetroot. The beetroot's easy to see. The swede, not so much. I mean, I feel like I can kind of make out the drill lines, but at this point I'm just going to have to wait. I don't weed anything because I just don't know. The little baby cucumbers are coming on, but already showing signs of mildew. That one's all right. So I'm going to whip them little baby leaves off today, get rid of them, and hope for the best. I reckon I'm going to be, I mean, I'm coming back up on Saturday. I probably ain't going to do it today, but I reckon we could be ready to harvest some main crop potatoes, because they don't look like they're going to be doing much more to me. This 2 rows looks still very healthy, but those 2 rows, there's quite a few there that look to be ready. So main job for today, Dad's going to get on some strimming and mowing because we've got some wild patches now. The rain has really brought all the pathways back on, so they were all yellow and gone, but a few days of rain and we've got luscious green grass again. But for me today, really I want to jump on some weeding. I want to hit it now before it gets out of hand. So these are the carrot tapes that we've done. Some of them have done really well. That one there is a bit sporadic with the germination, as is that one. Could be better, but in all fairness, I'm not really short of carrots in my freezer currently, so it's not too much of a big deal. And the same as here, these are the hand sown ones that we done. Let me zoom you out a bit, sorry. Not great, but we've been sowing this in such dry weather. I mean, I could have perhaps put some planks down, which I didn't. But yeah, really just want to hit some the old parsnips, looking great. A few yellowing leaves, to be expected really this late in the season, but so yeah, I just want to get on top of some weeding. I want to concentrate on the 2 carrot beds. I've got some onions that have fallen over, and they are starting to put some size on now, the cannonballs. I mean, that is a hefty old onion. But yeah, we've got a couple that have fallen over. So what we're doing is with these, we're just harvesting them as they're falling. The ones that are staying strong necked, we're allowing them to continue to swell, and any that are falling, we're taking. So yeah, but the bonus crop potatoes, they're up. There's a mixture on here of main crop potatoes. We had some Albert Bartletts, some Maris Pipers. We had some salad potatoes up that end. They're taking a bit slower, but they are breaking through. They are breaking through. We really dropped the ball with this one. I'm not even sure what we can do about that. Whether we've just let it get to... I'm going to try and weed that, and I feel like I'm going to pull all the peas out. That might be a lost cause, this bed. I don't know what to do. There is, however, 2 foot tall tomato plants in there now as well, which have obviously come out of that manure that we had. So I'm going to take the netting off, see what I can do. This had the sugar snap peas and the normal garden peas in, but yeah, not looking clever. Runner beans, harvesting it. God, I think that's a skip getting changed, but it sounded like the world was ending. Yeah, I'm going to harvest a load of these today. Perfect size, that. Perfect. I like them. They're smaller. I know they're about 1.5 foot long in the shops, but I like to get them. I mean, that to me, that size, that's how I like to, whoops, that's how I like to get them. Nectarine tree is looking a bit ropey, if I'm honest. We'll top this bed up this year with some fresh compost, give it a little bit more depth, because I can see the root balls sort of poking out the top there. The pears are doing well for this such little tree. And this tiny little tree on the end has got 3 apples on it. The pear's banging out some pears though. Probably 20 pears on that one. Same problem in the brassica jungle. So we sowed our pak choy and kohlrabi. Now, kohlrabi's up. I can distinguish the kohlrabi, the brassica seedlings, but now again, I don't know if this is a watering issue. I'm not sure what is doing that to the seedlings. Now that does look like they're getting eaten by something, but bearing in mind, for size perspective, that seedling is tiny, so the holes on that are even smaller again. So I mean, it's not, a slug would just devour that, it would eat the stem, it'd be gone. I don't know what's doing it. It's like, it really is, these seedlings, I mean, I guess this is the downside of direct sowing, and whatever it is small enough to get through this mesh. So I'm gonna say maybe some kind of aphid, some real small fly, not sure, but disappointing. Where we've dual sown a couple, so I might be able to, when I thin these out, if I can let them get to a half decent size, pull them out and move them to some of these dead spots that are now dead spots. It's such a shame. I mean, unfortunately, again, just have a look at the seeds that have bust through that compost we made. Clearly the compost didn't get hot enough. But at this point I'm going to wait for these weeds to get to a pickable size. I mean, that looks like a tomato to me. But yeah, I can't. I mean, I think that one there may be a kohlrabi. Pak choy. I just can't distinguish the pak choy to the weeds at the minute. This is definitely a downside of direct sowing, and also a downside of using your own compost. So yeah, I mean, we're going to use the compost and I will just deal with the weeds because we've got too much of it, and it does look really good. It is a shame it's full of weed seeds, but beggars can't be choosers. Obviously just didn't get hot enough. Cucumbers are just prolific. And we've still got so many more coming. They are just brilliant. Chilies are struggling. They're not really growing. The jalapenos are doing okay, and they're throwing out loads of fruit. The cayennes are. I grow chilies at home normally in pots, and I've just gone back over all my photos for the chilies. And a lot of my big chili harvests, where I've got fistfuls and fistfuls of bright red, waxy looking chilies, Scotch bonnet is normally what I grow, these varieties here. And all the photos are in September and October. So we're still in July. So there's still plenty of growing season left. So I'd like to see a bit better colour on the leaves. Don't know how well the camera's picking it out, but they are yellowing slightly. We have been giving them a feed, just more of a multi-purpose feed, so maybe I'm going to hit them up with a more seaweed based feed. Perhaps I'll look at some specific chili grows feeds. But yeah, polytunnel's doing okay. The cayennes and the jalapenos up here, I've gone crazy. Like, seem to be doing better in a pot though. Now, from my experience of growing chilies, which has been a good few years, I've always done well growing in an 8-inch pot, because you restrict the roots and then it sends more of the energy back up the top. So, I mean, looking at that compared to what we've got down there at the minute is ringing true. The Cavolo Neros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that have made it. There is an 11 there, but it does look a bit ropey. But that's all right. We've got some. Here he is, coming to do some mowing. Composters doing okay. Bonus tomatoes. Got to show our tomatoes over here though. Yeah, again, look, some of the main crops starting to yellow. Somehow the purple sprouting broccoli is growing. He's doing okay. So one thing we are concerned about is the pollination part of our sweet corn is in full swing, with lots of pollen getting dumped, but with no corn underneath. Not one plant has got corn on it, which is quite bizarre. I mean, this is a weird variety. We've got like it's where the kernels are all multicoloured. It's like a rainbow corn, but we don't have a single corn that have come out, and all the male pollinating heads are out, which is worrying, because if the kernels, the corn, the hairy bits do come out, and this bit's past, I'm worried that we won't pollinate. So I'm not quite sure what's going to happen here. But yeah, at the minute, I mean, they do come on quick. When they do suddenly sprout out, they do come on quick. So we'll see. But at the moment, yeah, it's not looking great. Again, another area that needs a bit of weeding. Got the fennel up, but no kohlrabi. The kohlrabi's gone. So I'll weed that, give the fennel a fighting chance. Edamame beans really are taking over, looking good, got flowers on them, happy days. Peas are coming up okay. I can probably take this net off now, let them start growing up, get some canes in there. But star of the show, we have got an abundance. I mean, look at that for a how cool is that? I mean, that is an absolute Goliath cluster of tomatoes. To put it in perspective, my hand, I mean, how the weight of this, how it's holding up. It is just throwing out some big tomatoes. I can't remember if we sown these. This might be maybe like an Alicante. But yeah, doing brilliant. The asparagus is still green in places. It's looking okay. Could do with a bit of weeding. Only ever so slightly. That's not too bad, to be honest. Not really on the priority list. I mean, courgettes, of course, need picking. Never ending. We've got a couple of the butter stick ones over there. Some more round ones. That one had a bit of a blossom end rot, maybe, kind of looks like. Yeah, a few more to take here. I like long and skinny, these ones. Yeah, the pears hanging on. These tiny little apples. I'm very tempted to eat one because they look ready. But they are small. Look, from my hand, that's a diddy little apple. I mean, every one of them's got a wormhole in them. If a little bit of extra protein worries you, it don't really bother me, but they look ready. They're just teeny. And the plums ain't far away. They're still quite firm, but they're starting to turn purple. No insect damage on those yet. Yet being the oh, there's a purple one. I wonder if that's ready. Insect damage. Yeah, well, it's going to happen. We're not netting them. Pears are doing okay. We've got another couple of Clive's courgettes to pick there. There's a nice one in there. So yeah. Anyway, that's a little update on the plot. It's looking a little bit worse for wear. Needs a little bit of TLC. So yeah, we're gonna. Dad's on the lawnmower now. I'm gonna get my kneeler out and do a bit of maintenance, a bit of husbandry. Okay, absolute schoolboy and a complete lost cause. We really dropped the ball there. Them weeds had got to a couple of foot high and the peas had just wrapped themselves around it. It was so dense in there. It weren't, I mean, I didn't even think about it. I just pulled everything. It was done. There was no hope of us getting in amongst that and saving the peas and pulling the weeds. So start afresh. There was actually quite a few pea pods on there. Now, we only sowed them about 4 or 5 weeks ago, so we're thinking we've still got time to go again. So I'm going to have a look online and try and get some like first early variety of peas rather than main crop, and see if we can get some crops in and sown. Hopefully I can have them picked up by the weekend. I'll be back Saturday and we can sow some in on Saturday, some like first early types, see if we can get a crop, and then just keep on top of the weeding. Now we know how bad it can get, but we've done a good bit of weeding today, some grass cutting. So we've weeded all out the carrots. Yeah, it's sort of shown me now just how poorly the free sowing carrots have gone compared to the tapes. So we need it's going to be a bit sporadic in there. Pulled some more onions that had flopped over. There's not many of the cannonballs left now, but again, the ones that are good. And we've weeded that. We've weeded here along the leeks, so you can actually see the leeks now. And Dad's just had a harvest of runner beans.
That's about the 6 lot like that.
That ain't bad at all, mate, is it?
So far. No, not bad at all. These are your ones anyway.
Beautiful. So anyway, a fair bit of weeding has been done, and we're just going to start again on that. Lost cause, unfortunately. Dad's eating raspberries. So yeah, perhaps I'll get a bit of weeding done in between the potatoes as well. And I'm also going to put a net over the beetroot now it's come out, because there is some wily old pigeons around here, and we don't want them to nick our seedlings. So, not too bad of an afternoon really. We've managed to spin you around. Unfortunately we've lost, but we've got the pea bed back. I've covered the beetroot. I don't know where the swede is. I think I can see the drills. I think I can see 2 distinct dips, but I can't make out what's swede and what's weed, so I'm going to have to wait on that one. We've weeded the carrots and I've given them all a bit of a water. The free sowing one compared to the tape's done a hell of a lot better than the free sowing one, but I think it might just be conditions, because we free sowed the rest of the carrots and we literally had like 95% germination rate, so it might just be the conditions. It's been very dry, very warm, not the right conditions for getting carrots to come up, so who knows. I mean, there really ain't a lot left in this bed. I'm not even sure whether we'll keep it. We've got two rows of carrots on the other plot, plus we've got all them, plus we've got freezers full, so who knows. We might leave these, might do something else if we can think of something more interesting to put in there. That's the remainder of the cannonball onions. I've just given them as they're still swelling, them ones, just give them a little drop. Give the leeks a water, give the pickling cucumbers a water, and the runner beans. I chucked a can over the raspberries and the strawberries and the fruit trees. All of the pulliton, because I'm not going to be back for 3-4 days, so I just want to, I've not checked the forecast, but I'd just rather be safe than sorry. So everything's had a bit of a water. I'll tell you what though, another nice little come away. So we've got some raspberries, we've got some plums that I'm going to ripen at home before the they're actually soft, they're not far off, they're soft. I ate one a minute ago and they're good. So before the worms, maggots, flies, whatever get their teeth sunk into them, I want a few of them. We've got some onions, we've got some runner beans, we've got some courgettes, and we've got some cucumbers. So not too bad all in all. Everything over there's had a bit of a water. Yeah, so I watered the kohlrabi and the pak choy if it does emerge. Not sure with that one. That's perhaps I should have sown them in modules, but the kale's coming up. So yeah, for the day I'll come back on Saturday, get a bit more done. So we've weeded lots. Yeah, perhaps do a bit of a potato harvest. Main crop, we've definitely got 2 rows that are ready. And thinking back on my memory, as I was digging the troughs and preparing that ground, there was only so much I could get done in a day. So there is a chance, I have to look back over photos and notes, that I did sow 2 rows of main crop before the rest went in. Hence why 2 rows of it are ready. So I think that's right to my memory. I'll have to double check. But so anyway, at least 2 rows Saturday are going to come up. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.